Welcome back and howdy do everyone. Today we're going to be doing a little dehydrating. We're going to work with this here Cabela's 5-tray dial dehydrator. We're going to make us some mint tea. We're going to put the tea in that when we're done with it. Let's get out there and harvest. Alright, we're out here in my little mint plantation with all the bees a-buzzing. I waited a little bit too long on this mint because it's blooming. All that means is it's just going to be a little less potent mint leaf, but that won't bother me none. So we'll go ahead and we'll clip a bunch of this and we'll get to dehydrating. Alright, now, part of the process, make sure and give them all a good rinse. Just kind of clean it off a bit. And now, just to make my wife a little bit angry or crazy, we're going to go ahead and, let's not use that. Spread it out here on her canning table she's got set up. And let it dry for a little while. Just to kind of get all that what we washed on it right off there. Alright, here we are, back at the old Purdy-do desk. Alright, so some people do the drying of this mint on the stem, some do it off the stem. Really, it's all in your preference. I'm going to do on the stem because it's going to be easiest and quickest for me. All I'm going to do is snap these stems in half and take off the flowers. So let's get started. Now, because I plan on making it for tea and we don't really use a whole lot of mint in our cooking, I am going to crush these leaves down once they're done drying. So like I said, it doesn't make a difference that I don't have the leaves on or off. And this type of mint that I'm using is called chocolate mint. My wife doesn't get it, but I get it. There's a hint of like almost like an essence of chocolate to it. It's kind of awesome. But my wife says that she doesn't get that at all with it. So, you know, each person has their own preference, I guess. She's also not a mint fan. Mint overpowers her senses. So, just snapping these flowers off. I left a bunch behind that had flowers on it because the bees really love it. Any good thing for a honeybee is a good thing I can see. Honeybees are awesome. we're going to kick this on as low as it goes for about an hour. We'll see you then. Alright folks, this is going to take longer than the usual couple hours. I think it's because I put a lot of mint in here. I wasn't able to layer it single layered. So my guess is it's probably going to take 5 or 6 hours to do all this. So I will get back to this in the morning. And where has summer gone? I'm already in my sweatshirt. See you in a second. Alright, we're back here. What we're going to do is take the leaves off the stems, run them through this here funnel. It's just a jar funnel for canning. And we're just going to crush them and send them on their way into the jar. And we'll go ahead and we'll use the canning lid and ring. And we're going to just close it up. Now I'm crushing my leaves up because I am going to use this for tea. If you weren't going to use it for tea, then it would probably be a good idea that you leave some of these whole if you so desire for cooking and such. But by no means would you have to do something like that, because I don't use much for cooking. But if you want to scoop it out so that you end up with stuff you can use for tea, you need to smash it up a bit. Alright, this is going to take a while, so I'll probably speed it up right about here. So these two trays appear to be not quite dry enough. I think at about 6 hours I did flip them around, so the top ones became the bottom ones, and et cetera, et cetera. I don't think that they've gotten enough time. I think these must have been sitting in the middle. And this one, which was on the bottom, was on the top. I do know that. Appears to be nice and crunchy, crispy. The stems snap, they don't bend. These stems bend, so I'm gonna have to get those ones started again, and we're gonna lose my light because my electrical situation in this shop is silly. But I'll do this one off camera. These two trays off camera. I'll just finish this one, and then we'll pick up again once I've finished doing all this mint. And then I'll talk a little bit about storing it. See you on the other side. Alright, I wanted you guys to have the opportunity to see exactly how dry this stuff is. So, take this one leaf. I'll just show you. Yeah, so it just crumbles away. My daughter agrees with me. Just crumbles away. There's like no moisture left in that stuff. Alright, you guys, and just like that, we have 1 jar of peppermint tea, or chocolate mint tea, because the variety of mint is chocolate mint, but same difference. It's peppermint-esque tea. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whole trays. Yep. 5 whole trays, stuffed to the gills, and we got 1 jar, 1 full jar of this stuff. Not bad for not harvesting it all. If I went and harvested everything I had out there, I would probably have enough for at least half another jar of this. This right here will probably last me through the winter time. Next year, because I had transplanted that mint, it's gonna be filling that box up because there was a lot of space left in that box, and mint spreads like crazy. Never plant mint directly in the ground or it'll take over everything and you're gonna have to spray it and kill it and get rid of it because it'll be in absolutely everything. But I digress. All we did was use 1 dehydrator with 5 trays, this here funnel to help get the mint into the jar, our hands and a pair of nippers to cut the mint, and we have enough mint to last me through the winter for tea making. And all I'll have to do is get 1 teaspoon out, scoop out of the jar, put the lid back on, and put it into one of those loose tea ball thingies. And one of those, I usually make it in a carafe of like 4 cups. And yeah, it'll be fantastic. Just a touch of cream and sugar, and it's the best tea ever. Alright, well, that's it for today. See what kind of trouble I can get into tomorrow.